Hi, travelers. Tara here. Today is November 9th, 2016. I would like to welcome all of my new subscribers and thank you to those of you who have been sticking with me thus far. I haven't been active for the past couple of days. I've had people emailing me asking me when I was going to be doing another open reading, so I'm bringing it to you today. Um, I have a bunch of things going on in my personal life, more so aimed at my home life, very, very busy around the house with my daughter, things of that nature. So I will do the best that I can to bring you messages and readings every day, but know that I, might not be able to do that. So don't think that if there's no message forthcoming on a particular day that I have forgotten. Okay, I have not. Um, This will be a general reading, so the messages will not apply to everyone. They will not resonate. Please try to take what you can and disregard what you cannot. We are coming up on a few planetary transits. We will be having, what do you call it? One of the major ones will be Neptune stationing direct on the 19th. And then we have the full moon in Taurus on the 14th. Okay, we just came out of the new moon in Scorpio, so we're going into the full moon in Taurus. That's it exactly. Taurus rules the second house. This is the house of self-possession, self-esteem, self-worth, um, the money that you earn on your own. So some of you may be receiving some information regarding those areas if you have challenges. It's also going to depend on where Taurus falls on your natal chart wheel. Also with Neptune, the same thing. So I don't know what messages will be coming out. I will try to make them as broad as possible, perhaps to include more people in. This is not for any specific time frame as well. Okay, I do readings 6 days a week. You can contact me through my website, and there's always a little eye up here information that you can click on that will take you directly over to my site. You can take a look. I do ask that you read the important information on booking before you book. It will explain everything that you need to know. My turnaround time is between 48 to 72 hours. In other words, you'll submit your payment and your form. You may not hear from me back that same day, but definitely the next day, and we'll, depending on what I've got going on, and we'll go ahead and get your scheduling done. So I did some pre-shuffling of the cards. I think that a lot of us kind of need something. I feel as though I need something. Although I feel in a really, really good place. What came out was the Eight of Swords. Now, for those of you new to my channel, well, just kind of follow along, and I'll try to explain in the best way that I can. But the Eight of Swords represents Jupiter and Gemini. And this could be not researching all of the facts before making a statement or going forward with something. So this is either you don't see everything around you and you feel as though maybe you can't figure out what it is that you need to know in order to do whatever it is you need to do. But it could also be the card of being hoodwinked. This is one of the second hoodwinked cards. The other first hoodwinked card is the Two of Swords. So in other words, this could be someone deliberately obscuring facts for you, and that kind of keeps you. But the implication is simply that even if that's the case, even if you feel that someone may be deliberately deceiving you in some way, shape, or form, you're being asked to kind of trust your intuition. See, this is about being still. Even though you may feel bound up, that you can't get away. If you can be still, you see she has her eyes covered as well. So this is about going within and trusting what your intuition is trying to tell you. That the bottom line is, in reality, you are not stuck and you are not bound and you are not blind. The swords they deal with ideas, beliefs, communications, the spoken word, any realm of communication that there is, even the communication, more importantly, the communication that you have with yourself. Sometimes this card can be about negative self-talk. keeping yourself stuck. This is the victim mentality card, so to speak. The oh, woe is me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know, I can't get any help from anybody. I don't understand what's happening. You know, you can free yourself from this energy. It's a difficult energy, but you can do that. It can be done. You are not tied up and bound. And if you feel that way, it is only because the way that you are thinking is what is keeping you that way. So it's really about a shift in your perception, okay, and a shift in your ideas. And if you're having negative self-talk conversations with yourself, you know, try to catch yourself and to stop and focus on something else that's more positive. It is really just simply about changing your mindset. You can either choose to be a victim or not. You can either choose to be happy or not. You can either choose to be fearful or not. Now, I know sometimes that this is very, very easier said than done, but really it's about being strong enough and within yourself to know that you can really direct things any way that you choose to. You may have to figure out how to work around some stuff, but it can be done. Nothing is impossible. Look at the election. So let's get the rest of the cards down. Point in case. Let's get the rest of the cards down. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's a very telling statement right there. Wheel of Fortune. 5 of Cups. Queen of Swords. And I don't know if this queen is a person. If it is, it would represent an air sign individual, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I also feel that it's an energy. We just had Mars move into Aquarius late last night, right around the time when the election results started coming in. Upsets and surprises, that's what that's all about. 6 of Swords, the Death card, and the 7 of Swords. Well, and underneath I have the King of Pentacles. There's that Taurus energy, full moon in Taurus that I was talking about. Now, I have only 2 major Arcana cards here in this spread. I have the Wheel of Fortune and Death. If I take, and they really hold more weight than the pip cards. These are the numbered cards. I have 2 sevens here. 2 sevens warn of false friends. And this really does look as though there's some type of deception here. That's really what I'm picking up. Now, I don't know how this is playing out. I have it's heavily weighted towards the swords. 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords. And again, the swords are about communications, beliefs, perceptions, ideas. In the center, I have this 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is a card, I read it as somewhat of an emotional adjustment, okay? We have perhaps lost something or had to give up something that we cared very, very deeply about. And we are spending energy in, again, kind of feeling sorry for ourselves in terms of this loss. Now, that does not mean that the loss is not something that is very painful for you. It does not mean that there is not an importance and that you should not take the time to grieve whatever this loss is or this thing that you feel that you have given up or had to sacrifice. But on the backside of this 5 of Cups are the 2 of Cups, okay? And to me, that speaks not only about regaining an emotional balance, but it's about turning around and realizing that whatever this loss is, it's like, you know, don't cry over spilt milk. You need to try to figure out a way to move past this. That's what this 6 of Swords says. okay? But at the same time, and this is what's so weird about this, it ends with this Seven of Swords here. And this is a very, very controversial card in the tarot. Many readers, the majority, I'm going to say maybe 98% of tarot card readers will tell you that this card speaks to lies, deception, hidden things. It could be about stalking. It could be about gossiping, someone undermining you in some way. And I have also seen this card as speaking to a home move. And I can't deny in one respect that maybe this is what the three of coins here with the seven is trying to tell me, you know, with this Six of Swords, that some event has come about that is really either it is going to cause you to like literally get up and move away from where you are now, or that this is a moving away from really what your beliefs and your perceptions are. It's a very odd reading. And it here with the Wheel of Fortune, okay, past, present, future, past, present, future. And this top row, when I first laid the three cards, I said, well, that tells a story right there. And this is really someone who, it speaks about someone who, for whatever reason, feels that they are stuck. They believe that they are stuck. But yet I have this card of the Seven of Pentacles here. Now, this is the card of patience. This is about waiting for your harvest to come in. This is about knowing that you have planted seeds, and a lot of your seeds have come to fruition, but now you have a new element that is being introduced. And so it's trying to figure out, is it going to be worth you tending this and planting this in your garden? What do I do with this new thing? Okay, we can see that the possibility is that you can take that new thing and build something up on it. Okay, and this is the card of three people coming together to build something. So it speaks to a beginning of something. Here's the opportunity. Now we're up to the point where we've thought about it, and okay, so we're going to go ahead and move forward with that. We want to build upon something. But what perplexes me is the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. This card is flanked by all swords. And that's very perplexing to me. And I can see here that in one respect, even though feeling stuck and feeling bound like you can't move, the wheel has changed, has turned that around and to say, hey, look, here is an opportunity for you to move away from whatever this Eight of Swords is saying, or whatever it represents. And these are the two biggest karma cards in the deck. There's Death and the Wheel. And taken together, it just says that the time has come now. Something has to go. Okay, it's done and it's over. And I think what this Five of Cups is trying to tell us is that you're going to have to figure out how to transform this loss into these Two of Cups. Now, this could be a work situation. It could be, five speak to a group dynamic as well. This could be literally you finding out that someone that you trusted, that you have worked with, who may have come to you and presented you with something, you decided, yes, I'm going to go ahead and go with that, okay? Because I trust that person. We can see that we decide to move away in some way, shape, or form, but then all of a sudden, death comes in to completely transform and transmute whatever this situation is. But there's a deception here. And this, to me, I try to be very, very cautious in the way that I interpret this card. But in this spread, it reads like it is a deception, something perpetrated, something that this could have to do with paperwork, with documents. with someone maligning you, your reputation. I have these cards here. These two cards. This is really, whatever this loss is, it is something that is, I think, rather major. Now, I only have two coin cards here in the spread itself. So it doesn't necessarily read like it's a financial loss, although it very well could be. It reads more like some kind of change in perception, change in belief. What you thought was true, what you spoke as your truth, turns out not really to be your truth. And death says that that's true. That's why it has to end. Here is this Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords, in effect, is holding the sword of truth. I'm asking you to build something with me. And what I'm asking you to build with me is something that is based upon a truth. But then we have those two swords in the back. Okay? And sometimes those two swords can be, somebody says they're going to do whatever they're going to say. They're telling you this. This is all of their intention. But they really had no intention of doing whatever it was that they agreed to do. Okay? Now, granted, if that is the case, and typically with the Seven of Swords, it's someone who does this on purpose. That person is stealing those swords in broad daylight, okay? They are moving into death to say, okay, yeah, sure, we're going to transform this situation. Okay, sure, we'll transform it. But they're looking back over their shoulder as if they're trying to really run away from whatever the change or the transformation is. And the truth of the matter is, no matter what change or ending or transformation has come, you really cannot kind of run away from it. That could be what these Six of Swords are trying to tell us. You may move away from that in one respect or another, but you take your thoughts with you. Okay? And so the lesson is to figure out how to take these particular thoughts with you and again, transform them. But this Seven of Swords just does not make any sense right here. It's like this is blocked. This transformation is blocked because there's something hidden. There is something you don't know. There is something you don't see. And again, that's echoed in this card here, this Eight of Swords. Now, I don't know if this is someone dealing with an earth sign male. I don't know if this is dealing with someone, a financial advisor. I don't know if this is talking about someone's business. I don't, you see, because here we have like something kind of, you have this, you get together, you build with people, and then the Wheel of Fortune comes in. And you find it was all a lie. It was a lie. I'm going to have to pull Sabila's on this. This is a really, really odd spread. Now, this is Jupiter, and this is the modern day ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. The ancient ruler is Mars. Now, I guess really to understand kind of what this spread is saying, I have to look at the Pluto energy because Pluto deals with hidden things. It deals with secrets. It deals with nasty secrets, skeletons in the closet. It's about power and it's about control. But Pluto also comes in to create deep transformations by the revelation of these secrets, these hidden things. It comes about to really change the structure of things going forward. Um, and typically when the energy of Pluto comes in, I mean, it's it comes in to raise things to the ground, and it takes no prisoners. It doesn't give a shit what else is going on. As you can see here, the king fell dead. He fell dead. There is the Hierophant there who's imploring death, please, death, don't come in and take everything. You know, leave me something. Okay? He's trying to bargain with death. Here you have the queen, and she has been lowered to her knees. Okay? The only one who is not out of sorts is this child here. Why? Because the child has no understanding of what change and transformation and loss is. That's the innocence. And maybe this is what this Five of Cups is saying, is that you believed so wholeheartedly in something, a project, someone, and suddenly you discovered that everything that you thought was kind of based around a lie or a fantasy or a misguided belief. And it is so overwhelming for you that maybe you just can't face up to the fact. Maybe that's what the Seven of Swords is saying. I refuse to accept this. I refuse to. I don't believe it. It's not true. I'm being tricked. This is a very odd reading, because in one respect, it looks like, you know, this is the space someone's been in. Then the truth is presented to them, and then they try to move away from it. But the other one is they decided to build something as if it came through with the stroke of luck, but they get lied to about it. And this this is in the present energy. Indeed, there's the bridge behind this guy. See, there's the bridge there. And that bridge leads to death. It's a change. But this is someone who does not want to accept the change. They are still focused on whatever they lost, whatever it was that they have built up. And perhaps it came, the loss has come through because they did not accept the new element. Okay? Maybe that's what this card is saying. And that if there is something, if someone or something new comes in, a new opportunity suddenly to buy that just falls out of your lap, that maybe you need to be a little bit cautious about accepting it. You see, this King of Pentacles represents some kind of, if not business or financial security or advancement or attainment, it could represent the very structure on which you have built things. It is Taurus. Taurus rules the second house. So it could be someone perhaps gaining an idea that I'm getting the message, I cannot relay it to you. It kind of reads like their values around things have been shaken to the core, but they're still trying to fight that. They don't believe it. They don't believe it. They still feel that what they believe and the way they've been living their life and the way they have moved forward with their life doesn't need to change. But everything that they have worked for in some way, shape, or form is being challenged here in some way, shape, or form. And this could be through you know, friends. It could be through the fact that maybe all they have ever concentrated on was money. Um, they've concentrated on money for so long that they've ended up losing, you know, maybe friends and family, or that they don't have any time for themselves to refill their own cups, you see. Because the implication is that there's something there that can give you exactly what it is that you're looking for, that doesn't have to do with money. This could be someone who's coming into some kind of realization that money really don't make the man. Um, this could be someone coming into the realization that maybe the only reason they have friends is because they have money or the capacity to make money, or they have some type of position. This could also be someone realizing that they may have everything, but it's kind of lonely at the top. This, I think, is the key. The 3 here and the 3 cups here. Maybe someone was thinking that some deal was coming together to help, that was really going to help them out, but it wasn't because one person reneged on it. Why did they renege? Timing. You know, I was looking at the news this morning and they were talking about the markets. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember saying, I don't know, one of the readings a few days back, you know, to be cautious. And if you didn't have to make any investments or move forward on anything, to really, really be careful. Now, traditionally, no matter who gets elected in the markets, there's a selling off and then there's a course correction. And maybe if one person decided not to go through, it could be because, you know, they may now be in a place where they got hoodwinked in some way, shape, or form, and then they have to course correct. And if you were doing a deal with them, okay, then now your shit's fallen through. Um, if that's the case, then this King of Pentacles says that in a way, you are actually in a better position than you realize. You're actually on more solid, stable ground than you realize. Okay? That could be what that's saying. But I do feel that there's something else left to be revealed. The whole story has not been told yet. There's something that someone's holding back. This could be some kind of unpleasant secrets. It could be, I don't know, it could be anything really. Maybe this is someone holding something over someone's head. Okay? Or at least the belief that someone has something that they're holding over your head. Remember, swords are about beliefs and perceptions. Wow, this is an odd reading. The first thing I want to take a look at is what our focus is, this 5 of Cups here. And 5s always speak to changes coming in. As we can see, this change was brought about by the Wheel of Fortune, but it's trying to move you into a better emotional place here. Whether this is with someone in partnership, because that's what the 3 is about, that 3 of coins, or whether it is really within yourself. Again, getting a handle on what your values are. You know, if you've been so focused on money and thinking that money allows you betterment, to be treated better, gives you more clout, you know, but you're all alone by yourself and your friends only show up, you know, when you're doing something grand or great, okay, I think you're getting in touch with that now. This is really, to me, it's not so much as a loss in some respect. It reads more like a disappointment. It reads like a disappointment. Being disappointed in Each one of these cups may represent something. Friends, family, how my life is really going. This is the karma. You know, everything I've been doing really doesn't fulfill me or stain me. This is the karma. So now I got to figure out how to take this and transmute it into something that's good. But this says, maybe it's going to take one more thing. You know, I like to tell some people when they get ready, you haven't had enough. You know, you haven't had enough yet. You know, and it might just take one more thing that's going to get you to move off to the place where you're going to be. Nevertheless, this energy of this King of Pentacles still says, that there's still something solid there. You know, and maybe what that solidity is not what is surrounding you, okay, but really what's in. What does it take for you to sit and be stable? Now, the Ten of Swords has shown up. Let's take a look at what this Five of Cups is trying to tell us. This looks like some more, again, this is what I say. You haven't had enough yet, okay? This Ten of Swords says something's going to occur, and that's going to be the final straw. You're going to really get it then. And sometimes you have to let people, you know, you give people enough rope, they'll hang themselves eventually. Same thing. I mean, look at the corresponding imagery of those two cards. This person is looking at something that they can't get, they've lost. This card says, well, that crap's already dead, and you're still hanging on to it. That's why death is here. Okay? Someone tied to their past. The next card is a great consolation, achievement after a long time. So again, this could be some project that you had hoped would go through. Okay, but obviously, and if this hasn't occurred, you know, I would say buckle your seatbelts because something else is coming. Speranza. Now that's the card of hope. And in a way, it kind of reads like somebody who's been so down for so long. They've been dreaming of achieving, you know, finally I'm going to get, and I have this hope. But falling on this on this 5, says that maybe you put all your eggs in the wrong basket, because this card could also be known as apprehension or wait or dream. Maybe this is suddenly coming to, you see, we have all these swords. Again, it reads like somebody's perception is being changed on something, and the truth is trying to come in, and they're trying to move away from it. They don't want to accept whatever this truth is that's coming through. And this, I think, with these two cards of the Wheel of Fortune and the Death, is some kind of spiritual truth. It's a transformation that really is going to transform the way your life will be going in the future, if you are willing to accept it and believe that whatever signs or messages that you're getting are true. Right now, it's as if someone doesn't want to see what that truth is. Let's see if this Eight of Swords can tell us anything. Death needs no explanation. This could be this card, the waiting for your harvest to come in with the Speranza, could mean that maybe you waited too long and you missed an opportunity. But either way, it still transforms in some way. And it could be that maybe you think you've missed an opportunity, but you really haven't. You know, this is just an odd Eight of Swords. Right. I think this is someone who has been feeling, who's been trying to do something, maybe something big in their finances, but feel as though they haven't been able to achieve that for some reason. But look, you know what the answer is, and you're not stuck. And I feel that that's what that one pentacle is all about. Let's look at what this Three of coins is trying to tell us. You know, and Taurus energy is a fixed energy. You don't like to make quick moves. So sometimes when you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, the universe just comes in and changes that shit for you. Then you're all off balance. You don't know what the hell's going on. And maybe this card is just simply saying that, you know, you're expecting someone to deceive you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make this change. But you know what? I expect that someone's going to treat me or deceive me or lie to me or steal from me. Perception. But to me, this queen is saying, you know, the truth of the matter is you are in the energy of this king of pentacles here. But again, it's like maybe the king don't accept that because we have that 10 of swords underneath there. He's expecting someone to lie to him or steal from him or cheat him or malign him, or, you know, and Pluto's about control. Maybe the person feels that if they do whatever this is, that someone's going to have all the control. Perception. It's a perception. Because really nobody can do anything that you don't allow them to do. Yeah, look. This is about finding out that this speaks to a relationship of trust. We would agree that if you go to someone to help them, to ask them to help you do something, that you trust the advice that they give you. You trust that your trust is built on something that you think is firm. There's a lie here. There's someone's perpetrating a lie. They're telling something that's not true. Now, why are they doing it? This speaks to sensitivities. This speaks to irritability. This speaks to tact. So I'm not exactly sure if what the cards are saying is that someone is telling you something and you're buying into it. They're able to talk to you in a certain way that gets you to give them their trust, okay? But you cannot deny with this cat and the 7 of Cups. This person does not have your, this coming in the future column here. They do not have your best interest at heart. You know, and I do feel that this is Neptune energy a lot, even though I'm not picking up Neptune energy. And this is something that has to do with power and control. That sits at the base. And this is about somebody, this is about some kind of secret or trying to have control. This could even be you trying to keep control over yourself. Or you're afraid that some secret's going to come out about you. Well, secrets do no one any good. They fester. They create problems. 7 of Swords. The stanza. Privacy, solitude, intimacy, communications. But there's nobody there in the room. Someone feeling very, very alone. Now, I don't know if this is about, this could be speaking to someone who's at a distance, far away. Someone, you know, I can't read these 3 cards. This is what throws me. This card speaks to loyalty and fidelity. But it almost reads like it's saying being loyal and to something that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. The Amalato, the 6th person. So, these 2 cards are contradictory. They are contradictory. These are contradictory cards. So it keeps kind of speaking to someone that you trust. You find out is not a trustworthy individual. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune has come in. So if this, I feel that this Queen of Swords has come in or will be coming in. You see, she sits on the back side of these Two of Cups. And I feel that this Queen, or the energy of the Queen, is the card of the winds of change or the winds of truth trying to blow through. This speaks to self-realization, communication, a teacher. She can be someone who may have harshly delivered a message to you, but nevertheless, it's a message perhaps that you needed to hear. If this is not a person, then this is the energy. In other words, you're getting messages coming through that are very, very difficult to process, but there's a ring of truth to everything that you're picking up. These swords, I think, are representing some kind of messages coming through in some way, shape, or form. I want to look at what the death needs no explanation. This is about a transformation and someone not believing perhaps that they need to. I think that's a main thing. They don't think they need to. Everything is fine just the way that it is. But you see, that's a control issue. And the bottom line is, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death, it's telling you really, you don't control shit. That is a perception. You can affect some things, but really, you can steer some things. That's a wheel. You can steer it. You can steer it. But ultimately, it is about timing. It is about choices that you make. And it is about being responsible for those choices that you've made. If something has not gone well, go back and review your choices over what happened, what was presented to you, what was it about it that you didn't trust or believe. Was it truly someone lying to you, or was it your need to have control over the situation? This is about a regeneration trying to occur, a new way of being. 6. Yeah, it looks like someone, this card is known as the card of nuptials, but it also speaks to a strong bond or strong alliance. So not necessarily a marriage, but a marriage. And this is some kind of message coming far away, from far away, about a bond or an alliance, or at least it's a swords. A rationalization, or not a rationalization, but an understanding of the power that joining forces could bring. Okay, look at the imagery there, the smoke, the fire in the center of the room, coming together and joining forces. And someone now perhaps discovering, but they moved away from that. And maybe this could be because they've had some bad experiences in the past. So they move away from that. Okay. So this could literally be moving away from something new that has come in, but the only reason you're really moving away from it is because it's based upon past experiences. You see, you're taking your thoughts with you. Something is coming to move you forward and completely change everything, but you can't leave those thoughts behind of what happened in the past. You're afraid that someone's lying to you or going to deceive you or harm you in some way. Okay? There are no people here except for this one person who's sick. Now, the other half of that is that some of you will be finding out that someone perhaps that you've gotten with or who is coming in, you want to be careful with that individual because I feel that they do not have your best interest at heart. 2 sevens, false friends. And it reads like it's somebody that you already know. It takes a while to build up this kind of relationship. This is not something new. And it also says that it's based upon something from the past. She falls in the past position. All right, I'm going to pull one card, and maybe this will answer, because really, I cannot explain to you what this really is speaking about. Some of you may recognize this situation. Some of you may be like, what the hell is she talking about? You know, I even woke up this morning going, there's something about the election that we don't know. I don't know what that means. And the number 50,000 keeps coming up for me. I have no idea what that means. I was talking to my mom about it this morning. I'm not here to propagate any kind of conspiracy theories. I can only go upon what my guides are telling me, but I don't understand what they're trying to tell me. And sometimes that's how my messages come in. It will be a word here or a phrase there, and then I just have to kind of sit back and be open to what I'm being shown or what I see or what I hear. But the number 50,000 keeps coming up for me, and I don't. Hell, I wish that'd be lotto. Hey, you finna win 50,000 in a lotto. Yay! My friend asked me the other day, if you won lotto, what would you do? And I was like, man, I get my Jeep fixed. She said, you have enough money to buy a new one? I'm like, no, I want to keep my old Jeep. You know? And then I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I could buy myself a new Jeep with 50 grand. What am I talking about getting the old one fixed? I love it. See, but sometimes you don't chuck aside those things that are steady and true. They may give you problems, okay? They may be a little cantankerous and touchy sometimes, but it's been steady and true. So sometimes you don't get, you don't push away what's steady and true. It may not be exactly the way you want it, but it has never let you down. So that's funny. 50,000. I don't know what that number is. I'm getting 3 of coins, Wheel of Fortune, 7 of swords. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one. That death card is telling me 2 things. It's saying to stop, put a halt to something. But I see the message. I see it. Maybe whatever card I pull will help me to articulate what I'm seeing. It's quite vivid. I just can't. It's like I see some kind of negotiation happening, but the cards are trying to give a warning. One card. This card keeps coming up. within the next few months. This card has been coming up over and over again for the past week or so. Now, remember I was saying to you that it really reads as though there's something else to come. I think there's going to be some information that comes to light in whatever way that means for you. Within the next few months. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope I didn't confuse you. You know, if some of you recognize the situation, you have to get a personal reading for it to apply to you. Some of you may recognize this. I have no clue what these cards are trying to tell me. I can only interpret the messages as they come. Remember that nothing that I say, that I see in the cards really is set in stone. But typically when I see those two big, to me, there's three really, really big cards in the tarot from the major arcana. And that is Judgment, Judgment, Justice, the Wheel of Fortune, and Death. And typically when I see, to me, the two that hold the most sway, just for me personally as a reader, is the Wheel of Fortune and Death. And when those two cards show up, it's an indication to me that something is about to change. It may change in a negative manner. It may change in an unexpected manner. But nevertheless, the change is going to be so major that it's going to be a whole new different ballgame. Okay? Life as you know it may be completely different. And in one respect, I still stand by that someone is trying to resist that change. They don't believe they need to. I also feel that for some of you, that change will be coming through a deception in a group dynamic. I also feel that some of you will be finding out that someone that you really thought you can trust really didn't have your best interest at heart. But I also feel this is about someone who is being shown or led, perhaps through a series of events, about re-examining what their values are. Okay. And all of those things, the betrayal from a singular person, betrayal from a group dynamic, betrayal from past events in your life, perhaps finances falling through or not being able to move forward with certain projects. It's really all designed to get you to re-examine your beliefs. I think that's what the whole message is. You're being asked to re-examine your values and your beliefs about your life as it has been thus far, because the divine is trying to bring you to a new level of being. You see, it doesn't, that King of Coins says something. It is not about really it is really about how rich do you feel and what does it take to feel wealthy, and really what is wealth, re-examining what that is. And underneath with that 10 of swords there, it's like it's going to take one more thing in order to get you to really do that. Okay? That's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. And that card really is the card of realizing that you have been sacrificing yourself, trying to uphold values that were not in your best interest. Okay? That is the victim mentality. I have done so much for people and don't nobody appreciate it. Well, you did that through a choice. So this is about re-examining your beliefs about yourself, what your value is, what do you have to give, have you been giving too much, and if you've been giving too much, have you been giving the right thing? What have you been devoting your time and your energy to, as opposed to what you really think you should be devoting your time and energy to? So I think that is the overall message, and just trying to sum it up, that's what I get. I do hope those messages helped you, and until next time, namaste.